Preparing.
Nothing we live, right? I can start now.
I guess it's still in progress. Preparing.
Nothing we live, right?
Yeah,
I can
but
start now.
yeah.
All right, we'll start now. Hey guys, welcome to today's Meshery Development Meet. Today is 5th of November 2025. We conduct this meet every week. For more information about what we conduct, please go to the DFI calendar. I'll share the link in the chat as well. So every Monday we have the websites meet. Every Wednesday we have this meet, and every Thursday we have newcomers meet. So join us tomorrow if you're a newcomer and you did this project. You can join us tomorrow as well. To start off with the meet, yeah, of course, what is Meshery? Meshery is CNCF sandbox project. It helps you maintain your cloud and infrastructure. It's also the ninth fastest growing project according to CNCF. And if there's any newcomers in the meet here, I would like you guys to open up your mic and your camera and introduce yourself. I think Jeet, you are new here, right? Yeah,
My
Jeet.
first meet.
Yeah, you can talk about yourself, what you do Meshery, and your tech stack that you're working on right now.
Yeah, so I'm currently a third year. I'm based in Kolkata, India,
Okay.
and my comfortable tech stack, you can say I'm comfortable in JavaScript and TypeScript. I have a few frameworks as well, like front-end frameworks mainly, React.js and a little of AngularJS as well. I'm pretty new to Go, but I'm learning. I I
Yeah,
really want to contribute in open source. I'm really excited to contribute in Meshery. I found the code base quite this, and especially the community is quite welcoming. So I thought this is a great way to start as a newcomer. So yeah.
yeah, yeah, you're right. Jeet. Welcome to the community. Yeah, it's one of the friendliest communities and the sixth fastest growing community as well in CNCF. So feel free to ping anyone in the Slack and ask for help, and in the meet as well. And I think we'll go on with another one. I think Kapilan, right? Kapila. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing it
Yeah.
wrong.
My
Yeah.
name is Kaliappan.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I'm new to the community. This is the first time I'm joining the one of these calls, but I've been part of the community since 1 year. Never attended these meetings. I'm based out of Bangalore. I have 2 years of work experience. I'm currently working as a software engineer in Arista Networks. Uh, I've worked with Golang, Python, C++, and yeah, I'm looking forward to contribute to the community.
Oh, welcome. Welcome. And the last we'll go on Don Cross. Don Cross, are you there? I don't think Don Cross. I mean, of course, we cannot talk, cannot open a mic. You can always feel free to introduce yourself in the chat. And last, I think Anurag Kumar, you're new, right? You can introduce yourself.
Hello, am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible, Anu.
Yeah, good evening, everyone. My name is Anurag Kumar. I am recent BTech graduate. Uh, I am from India. I am very new to this open source and these things because I have not contributed anything before. So I am here to learn and contribute to this community. That's all. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Welcome, Anurag. And before we start, I request you all to add your name in the attendees list here. As my name is added here, I'll share the sheets in the chat as well. And yeah, let's start off our meet. We'll go over the topics. Matthew, you're first. You can share your screen.
Yes, perhaps I can just start with the Google Sheet
Yeah,
CLI,
yeah.
if you can share it for the newcomers here. So, for those who want to contribute or want to learn more about Meshery, we have several components there, the server, the UI part, and the CLI. So this Google Sheet is a sheet where we have all the reference for the commands and subcommands available for the current CLI. So you can go through that file to learn a little about the CLI itself. And that's pretty much what I have to say about this. Second part, which is also in the Google Doc here, we have tests that are running, end-to-end tests, which did not going forward currently because we are missing people to help in this area. So if some people want to contribute here in the end-to-end test of the CLI part, so you're free to join. If you don't know where to start, just ask in Slack in our Slack Meshery CTL channel, and we will send you all the information you need to start there. And yes, that's it.
Yep.
Also, like for anyone who is going to start contributing, there are already like sessions given by maintainers, especially I think Matthew has a session on contributing to CLI. So please go through that first before like asking questions, because then you would have some prior knowledge and you would have meaningful communication. But yeah, there are already other sessions on all of the main parts of the project. So you will have a session on UI, on testing, on contributing to server, and especially there's one for contributing to the CLI. So yeah, make sure to go through
Yes.
these sessions.
You can see also there is a blog post that have been published last week about the test here. I think it's in community tab here. Or well, yes, resources, and there's also not this one. Yes, end-to-end testing introduction also with a reference to the documentation on how to contribute, etc.
Yep. Thank you, Abid and Matthew. We can now
Okay.
go forward with the agenda items, I guess. I think Matthew, you are first.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you can just open that. I don't need to really share that part. Basically, a bit. I have done start something to ensure we are using the schema for the workspace command in Meshery CTL and the server. And what I've seen currently, it's when I am in the server and I am using the schema, we are doing a call to the remote provider, and the return response is not fitting what the schema is waiting for related to the organization ID. So I don't remember which one, but one is waiting for organization ID and the other send org ID or something like that. So when I run the command, org ID is always 00000.
Okay, so
So,
like just to be clear, like
but
the response that you get from like
from
the
the
remote
remote provider,
that doesn't
and
have
here
the
it, yes, and this one, it's really the Meshery playground provider, layer 5 one. When I running local with the same setup, it's working as accepted. So I don't know how we can
Actually,
change
yeah,
that on
the kind of the
the remote
problem,
provider.
yeah, the remote provider is also not probably using the workspace schema, so it might be a bit off with the field. So yeah, if you do one thing, just like post the difference between the two response, like the one that we are expecting and one that we are getting from the remote provider, and we can see like if we need change in the remote provider or need change in the schema, so we can just converge to the same point. Yeah.
Okay, I add something in comment, and I will add your name so you can take a look. And that was the only thing about it here.
Let us say,
Otherwise,
and like
everything else.
you did both like the Meshery CTL and also the server. So I think yeah, with this PR would kind of get the workspaces schema drawn. Yeah, that's great.
Emma, do you have anything else?
And yes, I have also already mentioned that. So if people want to contribute in the end-to-end testing, they are welcome. And perhaps here, what I'm trying to achieve, I will provide the link to the issue. There's an open issue with that in GitHub, but that something is missing currently when we are making change in Meshery CTL. The end-to-end tests are not running automatically in the CI, and I try to implement it, but it's not working, and I don't have enough time to drill down and investigate. So if someone could tag this part, it will be helpful. I will just add the link to the issue afterward. So yeah, that's it for me.
Yeah, I guess yeah, we have kind of, I'm not sure, like we have an workflow for doing the end-to-end UI test. Maybe we would add the CI part in there if like maybe on some condition of like if the Golang files are changed or if the Meshery CTL folder is changed.
What I have seen, it's for the for the UI part, you are building the server and running it. Here in the Meshery CTL, uh, we will start with the Meshery CTL start command and then running all the other. And the issue I have, it's some port binding issue related to Minikube and the runner. So it's really an issue related to the runner because locally everything is working well. So it's just that it needs to be fixed. I think Darshan, you also tried to work on that at the beginning, but we just stopped.
I think that was I forgot his name. I think Srinivas, or I forgot. I think you and him collaborated with together and tried to do that. I think that's the issue, right?
Yes, and yes, it's still at the same point currently.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this I think like I think there's
So
kind
yeah,
of
I will share the link for the issue, and we will find someone who can fix that.
Yeah, I think that one it's Shashank Srivatsa, I remember. I think it was him, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, you can share the link and we can ask people to work on that. Yeah.
And that's all for me.
Yeah, thank you, Matthew. Let's move to the next one. I think Junaid and Sparsh Jain are not in the meet, right? Yeah, I think both of them are not in the meet, so we'll move on to my progress. So I have an update on relationship definitions. So I just made a list of the relationships that are defined for some components, like for example, Cube, Prometheus Stack, or Kubernetes, and then Kubernetes. So as of now, I've made 24 from Q Prometheus and 19 from here, and then again I think 60 from here Kubernetes. So this is like the small update I have. I've updated these to the integration sheets as well. So the only thing that is needed is to the workflow to be run, and yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess, from my side. And also a bit about this issue, I mean, about this thing is that I think I should focus more on the Kubernetes model rather than the other models, because I had a small talk with Lee, and then he mentioned that you should actually focus more on the Kubernetes.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. Yeah, makes perfect sense. Yeah, first we'll complete the Kubernetes one and then we might move to some other model. Yeah.
Yeah, the reason I moved on because there are some, I've defined like 8 of them, and 19 of these as well are Kubernetes cross-model relationships. So I think I'll leave this at that, and I'll just continue more on the Kubernetes one. Yeah.
Yeah, actually, yeah, I think like the next step probably would be like once we go to like some other model, it might be kind of like cross model with Kubernetes, like say like a relationship with like Prometheus scraping from a deployment, and yeah, where we can start like have a relationship between a Kubernetes native resource and a CRD, or yeah, some kind of relationship.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Actually, like regarding the new relationship, if you go to the sheet, So we have the sibling. So yeah, there's some problem like the edge sibling match label. Like these combinations don't exist. The sibling match labels is just like a hierarchical sibling match labels. The one that's for having the tag set. So
It should be
these don't
bind.
exist for edges.
So it should be
The
bind.
combination doesn't exist like the match labels.
Oh,
Subtype doesn't exist for edges. It's only for the hierarchical. So
oh,
I'm not sure like what these relationships actually do. Okay, these are for queue, Prometheus, stack.
yeah, like how Prometheus scrapes data from the cluster and then how it updates it. So basically, I use like they use the label matching,
Yeah.
for yeah. So that's the reason I chose match labels subtype.
Actually, I think we might have a kind of a match label subtype for an edge with like an edge, and it would have the label in between, like the matching label. But yeah, I think for now you might still use the reference type or some other edge type, like if you're still doing it from edges. Was also because there's kind of a problem with the tag sets in general because they lack the identification of labels, so it would be hard for users to know like what it's actually matching or not, how it's working. Because it's just a generic tag set around a bubble around the two components, so users won't know like which fields they are using or like which actual labels they are using. So that's a bit hard with the match labels one.
Okay, I think to be safe, I'll change these to non-binding reference, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or yeah, you can do that, or you might either try that or maybe just use like hierarchical
Mhm. Yeah.
sibling match label, so it would do the bubble set thing. Because that if you are trying to do a match label, if you wanted that, so you can use. So the only issue that this is not valid the edge sibling. There are only few, like I think there are 5 or 6 combinations of relationships that only work. You can't just create like any combination of the three. There are only few valid ones that we use for rendering and also for evaluation. Others would just get skipped.
Okay, got
They
it.
might
Yeah.
still get registered because there's no like checks on the combination or registration because it's just like valid as schema, but on runtime they won't do much.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'll revert these relationships. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Abir, about this. Yeah. I'm moving on to the next one. I think we have Jeet Burman. Jeet. I think Jeet was just here.
Yes. I created this PR last
Hey,
week.
can
It
you
was
share?
a very simple PR.
GTR internet doesn't seem stable, like your voice is cutting.
Yeah.
Can you can you hear me now?
Actually, maybe like if you turn off the webcam and maybe that would help. Okay, try again.
Yeah. Okay. Is it better?
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
bit better. Yeah.
Yeah. So I was saying that I created a PR one week ago, and
Yeah.
it was quite a simple PR. Basically, I just
Jeet,
if you visit the link.
share your screen and talk about your PR. It'll be
Maybe
much.
like Darshan, maybe if you just open the link because it
So,
doesn't have any bandwidth.
right. I think this is your.
Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Yes. That's it.
Hey, replace logged in info, replace.
I think I have just approved this one yesterday, this morning.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was approved this today itself, like a few hours ago.
Okay, there's some like feedback for Gemini,
Yeah.
like if you go to just on like saying
I
log.
I addressed these feedbacks honestly, but
Yeah.
No,
Have
like
you
if
just resolved?
sorry.
like if the variable doesn't exist, then it will like crash. Like just confirm like is it just a false flag or is it actually existing? Else we can like then resolve it. But first confirm it.
Jeet, I think you're not audible or.
Hello. Yes, yes. I didn't hear you. Can you repeat the question once again?
Yeah, I was saying to confirm all of the feedback that's coming from Gemini regarding the variables missing. So yeah, because otherwise we would just have issues building this.
Okay. So basically, you want me to just like whatever Gemini is asking me to do, I just have to implement that right now, right?
No, don't do that. I'm saying to confirm the feedback, like, is it valid or not? Because yeah, can just leave it like that
Oh,
to
about
confirm
that,
like whether it's
no,
valid or
it's
not.
not valid anymore. The very first time it actually mentioned this, I amended my code exactly like the it shows outdated as well.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
yeah, then just commit and resolve it. Like, write a comment like where you fix that, and then click on resolve.
yeah.
Okay, okay, I'll do that. Other than that, if you can just tell me if it's like okay, like
Yeah, I think
does
yeah, Matthew
this
has
actually
already
solve?
approved it. Yeah, it would get merged in sometime. Yeah, Matthew has already approved the PR. So.
Yes, I have approved it this morning. I just resolved those Gemini commands, and when I will have time, I will just merge it. It's okay. From what I've seen, it look good. So it will be done.
Like one thing, Jeet, like, did you build the Meshy server? Is it like, are you able to build the server and test it?
Yes,
Uh,
all the
I
checks passed.
yes, I have. I have run the tests and it were passing.
No, I
That's
mean, like,
why
were you
I
able to
created.
actually start the server, Meshy server? Like, are you able to log into Mesh and like, actually, are you able to test it end to end?
Yes,
And
I have set it up the entire repository. It is running locally.
okay, like, how do you run the server, like with Kubernetes or like inside Docker or
I
just?
have a hybrid Docker and local setup. It's for like the Kubernetes part is actually being run in Docker, and yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, I was just confirm like how you are running. Yeah, nice. Yeah, it would get merged sometime. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, nice.
Acha, I just wanted to ask one thing. Uh, After creating every single PR, is it necessary to discuss it over a meeting before merging it?
Like, it's not necessary, like if the PR is substantial and needs a discussion, then yeah, then we would have it. But yeah, if it gets merged in the meantime and doesn't need all of our eyes, yeah, then it would get merged. Yeah, it depends on the PR.
Okay, okay, I understand. So should I start working on any other issue?
Yeah, you can work on any issue like where the other is getting reviewed. You don't need to do step by step. Yeah, you can have work on multiple issues.
And do I like get assigned any
Yeah, you would,
specific
yeah,
if I
only work on
ask for
issues
an
that
issue?
you get assigned. Yeah, like go on to the open issues and yeah, the ones that you feel comfortable with working, you can ask for assignment, and then as some maintainer will come and assign the issue to it, and after that you can start working on it.
Okay, great, great. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you,
I'll
Jeet.
try my best.
Yeah,
Sure. You can always ping people on Slack as well if you have any, issues or doubts.
inside the Meshy channel.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Jeet. Abid, you're up next.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a couple of small updates regarding Meshy. So one of the updates is regarding our recent enhancement with how we were creating and storing designs. So okay, so designs are one of kind of the most crucial parts in Meshy. That's well, like how you do mostly everything with Meshy. There are other aspects of the project too, but Mesh designs are important. Like designs are how you define your infrastructure, how you deploy. Designs are what you end up deploying, and how you orchestrate your infrastructure. So there was an issue with our because design at the end of the day, design there's a document that backs the design that gets stored on our servers, and what you can like convert into multiple forms. So that document was a bit larger, and the issues more was mostly regarding like optimizing the design and making it a bit smaller, so it's like easy for you to kind of send it over and just increase the performance when you're relaying the design, when you're storing it. And the issue with our designs was we were always keeping a reference of the models for each of the components and relationships, and that information was getting duplicated inside the design and leading the design to be a bit larger and bulky. So in this PR, which is already merged and released, we reduce the size of the designs by kind of stripping out the models for each component and just having a reference to the model. So components are kind of the basic building blocks in Meshery. So like in a design, kind of a design consists of components and relationships. Components are the kind of the individual deployable units inside a design, which might represent your infrastructure or might just be an annotation. So you can have a component for a pod in, like in Kubernetes, there's a resource called pod, which gets deployed. So we have a component called pod, and in the same way there are models which are kind of the packages, overall packages, which contain these components and have other things also, like relationships that are different on this component. So there is kind of this parent child relationship kind of between a model and a component, because a component belongs to a model. So we just need to always keep that linkage between the two. So rather than now having the whole definition of the model inside the component, like the whole information, we just have a unique pointer to it. So we can, when we need to know which model the component belongs to, we just use that kind of identifier to fetch the whole model and like do anything with it, rather than having the whole thing inside the component. So it ends up reducing the size of design, because we just now have the component, not the whole model representing the component, and which has ended up reducing our design size by like 20 to 30%, and in some cases up to 50%. So now our designs are smaller, which helps with performance when you're creating designs or storing them, also reducing the overall size of the design. And the other issue was regarding, unless if anybody has any questions on this one. Yeah, I don't see any. So the other issue was with our eventing. So whenever you do anything, any activity inside Meshy, there are logs and events being generated for auditing purpose, and some other features depend on events. And some of the events were not actually properly getting persisted. Like one of the example was a download event. Whenever you download your design, there was no event getting persisted in the database. So you wouldn't know like which designs were downloaded how many times. So that's fixed now, and hopefully like in this release I will be testing the thing. But yeah, it should go out in this release today, the fixed download events. So yeah, we will be now persisting the download events, and there are some other events that might have issues, like maybe share, and like when you view a design there is an event generated, maybe those are not getting persist. So yeah, those also would need to be fixed. But yeah, I think there was an issue like on like seeing how each of the event is propagated. But yeah, I think yeah, there might be some people working on that. But yeah, that's mostly it. Yeah, we're trying to fix the events and getting everything logged. Yeah, that's mostly it. Thanks.
Thank you, Abid. Also, Abid, I had a question on the events part. It says some duplications like in the UI where there's one published design, there's another one shown, and there's some shown as untitled designs. So is it related to this?
Yeah, that's a nice question. Yeah, like there's one problem on UI. Like sometimes what we do is like we raise an event from UI, like from JavaScript. When we do an activity, we create an event on the UI, like just invoke the snack bar. But then after that, once we do something on the process on the backend, then the backend also generates an event and streams it to the UI. So at that time, you kind of get duplicate events, like you would get downloaded design, then after a while, you will also get a downloaded design. So yeah, the fix in these scenarios is like whenever we are raising the event from from the backend, that's kind of the authorized way to do it. So and we can kind of just remove the UI event. So if there's an event generated from UI and an event generated from backend, we can just remove the code from UI, because it's the backend is the only way, kind of the better way to generate the events.
Okay. So is that does that include in the PR or it needs to be still
No,
made?
no, no, it's not included in the PR.
Got it. Got it. Yeah. Yep. Thank you,
Yeah,
Abid.
in case like we might have kind of a quick UI event, like if you're downloading, you might say like downloading design, like showing the progress, and after a while, once the process is run, event would come from backend. So yeah, in case like we just kind of like need to, like the primary thing is to like differentiate between the events, like not having the same event generated twice. But yeah,
Yeah.
like
That.
if you can keep
Yeah.
the two separate or just remove the one from UI.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Abid. I think this is the last agenda that we had. If anybody has any announcements or any issues that you want to talk about, you can take this chance and talk about it, or we can move ahead and end the meet. So I'll wait like a few seconds if anybody wants to talk about something.
Yes, I have one question. I have already posted in our Slack, but I was testing the canvas, and I've seen that when trying to add Kubernetes elements, I didn't find anything related to the Kubernetes API gateway stuff. And when I checked in the current components and models related to Kubernetes we have, I see that it's not there. So it's something that I did not yet worked on. So how we add components in those models, so I can just create a new pull request with
So
the
kind of
components defined.
process is like mostly automate, like we don't manually go and create the components, and they are kind of automatically generated from the CRDs, like also sorry, from the CRs from Kubernetes. So the issue is like, because with Kubernetes, like there are multiple versions. One thing we need to clarify is like the version we are right now on the of Kubernetes, like does that officially include the API gateway resource? If it doesn't, then we kind of only need to kind of like bump the version, like because like at a time we only kind of right now have in the playground we only have one registered Kubernetes model, but there are like multiple versions available of Kubernetes, so we kind of just need to use the latest model. So maybe like one thing we might clarify is like which model includes these new components, and sorry, which version of Kubernetes includes this new resource, and then we might use that model. So the kind of the process was, it just, I think right now goes through the Kubernetes GitHub and then scrapes the components from there. And we also kind of have an official Kubernetes, I think, like I think the version of the Kubernetes model is kind of hard coded in Meshery server, because like there were problems with some other models at the time, and we just kind of have a single supported version right now. So like if we want to, we can just bump that up and use the latest model. But yeah, like yeah, that makes sense. If it's not available in this one, we might start using a later one.
So the solution would
Okay.
be to create, import the CRDs into the creating models, right? Like the UI in the registry. Would that be one of the solutions, Abid?
Yeah, one of the solutions would be kind of like, because like even though we just use one model at a time in Meshy, but we might have still created like all of the other versions. Like inside, if you go to the registry, you would see like lots of Kubernetes versions registered, like present on the file system. So yeah, another way is kind of like, even if the official version is not supported in Meshy or like not present in Meshy, you can just kind of register the other version and then use that. Yeah, that's also possible. You can just register the new model on the fly to get the later components.
Right. So you can go to the CRDs of the
Yeah.
Kubernetes model and then drop it in the UI that we have here, and then the model will be generated by filling the appropriate fields here, right?
Yeah. Actually, for the Kubernetes model, I'm not sure the exact process, but like there are no CRDs list like the official Kubernetes resources. But yeah, I think mostly that's the process. But I think for the Kubernetes one, we might have some separate automated process to scrap the components. I'm not sure exactly actually, but yeah, there is an automated process though. Like we don't manually create the components.
Got it.
Okay, perfect.
And in case anybody wants to know how to create models, what are models, I'll send you a link of models, and you can also check out the talks that we had mentioned earlier, where you can go check out. Abid here actually gave a talk about how to create models, so you can feel free to go check out that link as well. Yeah, anyone else has any other things to discuss? Yeah, I think we don't have anything else. So yeah, guys, we can conclude this meeting. And as always, if you are new and if you want to know more about Meshery, feel free to go to the newcomers channel in Slack and introduce yourself there. Or you can meet us tomorrow in the newcomers meet and join us there as well. So yeah, thank you guys for joining the meet and see you in the next meet.